You wake up every morning with a choice. That choice will determine whether you live another day of mediocrity or step into the greatness that lives inside you. Most people roll out of bed and immediately surrender their minds to whatever thoughts happen to show up. They let their emotions from yesterday carry over into today. They allow their fears to whisper lies before their feet even touch the floor. But champions think differently. Leaders approach each morning differently. Those who transform their lives and change the world understand something that average people miss completely. Your first thoughts of the day are not accidents. They are not random visitors that just happen to knock on your mind's door. Your first thoughts are either weapons you pick up to fight for your dreams, or they are chains you wrap around your own potential. What you speak to yourself in those first precious moments when your eyes open determines the trajectory of your entire day. It sets the tone for how you will respond to challenges. It decides whether you will see opportunities or obstacles. It determines if you will show up as the person you were created to be or shrink back into the shadow of who you think you are. The most successful people throughout history have understood this fundamental truth. They knew that the conversation you have with yourself is the most important conversation you will ever have. It is more important than what your boss says to you. It is more important than what your critics whisper behind your back. It is more important than what your fears scream in your head late at night. Today, I want to share with you 7 powerful declarations that will revolutionize your mornings and transform your life. These are not just positive thoughts or feel-good phrases. These are declarations of war against mediocrity. These are battle cries against the limitations that have held you back. These are proclamations of the truth about who you really are and what you are truly capable of achieving. Every morning, before you do anything else, look in the mirror and declare this truth. You are not a mistake. You are not an accident. You were not thrown together by random chance or cosmic coincidence. You are a masterpiece. You are a work of art. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. The word fearfully does not mean you should be afraid. It means you were created with such incredible attention to detail, with such precision and care, that it should inspire awe. When an artist spends months perfecting every brushstroke on a painting, when a craftsman dedicates years to carving the finest details into a sculpture, we say their work is wonderful. How much more wonderful are you? Your fingerprints are unique among the billions of people on this planet. Your voice has a distinct sound that no one else can replicate. Your combination of talents, experiences, perspectives, and abilities has never existed before and will never exist again. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are not just another number in the system. You are an original. You are one of a kind. But here's what happens to most people. They wake up and immediately focus on their flaws. They see what is wrong instead of what is right. They count their failures instead of their victories. They magnify their weaknesses instead of celebrating their strengths. This is backwards thinking, and it will keep you trapped in a prison of your own making. When you declare, "I am fearfully and wonderfully made," you are not being arrogant. You are not being prideful. You are simply acknowledging the truth about your value and worth. You are recognizing that you have something special to offer this world. You are accepting the responsibility that comes with being extraordinary. This declaration will change how you walk. It will change how you talk. It will change how you make decisions. It will change how you respond when people try to tear you down or make you feel small. When you know who you are, when you know your worth, when you understand your value, you cannot be shaken by the opinions of others. Fear is a liar. Fear is a thief. Fear is a destroyer of dreams and a killer of potential. Fear whispers in your ear that you are not good enough, smart enough, talented enough, or strong enough. Fear tells you that others are more qualified, more deserving, more capable. Fear convinces you to play it safe, to stay comfortable, to avoid taking risks. But faith speaks a different language. Faith says you can do all things. Faith says what seems impossible to man is possible with determination and persistence. Faith looks at mountains and says they will move. Faith looks at obstacles and sees stepping stones. Faith looks at setbacks and calls them comebacks. Every single day, you will face moments where you must choose between faith and fear. You will face decisions where one voice tells you to step forward and another voice tells you to step back. You will encounter opportunities where fear says, "What if you fail?" and faith says, "What if you fly?" The people who achieve greatness in this life are not those who never feel fear. They are the ones who feel fear and choose faith anyway. They acknowledge the fear, but they do not let fear make their decisions. They understand that fear is an emotion, not a fact. They realize that fear is often a sign that they are about to do something significant. When you declare, "Today I choose faith over fear," you are making a conscious decision about how you will approach challenges. You are deciding in advance that when difficulties arise, you will not retreat. When obstacles appear, you will not give up. When people doubt you, you will not doubt yourself. This declaration requires daily renewal because fear is persistent. Fear does not take a vacation. Fear does not get tired or give up. Fear will attack you every single day with new worries, new anxieties, new reasons to quit or turn back. That is why you must arm yourself every morning with this powerful truth. Faith is not the absence of questions. Faith is not pretending that challenges do not exist. Faith is not ignoring reality or living in denial. Faith is choosing to believe that you have what it takes to overcome whatever comes your way. Faith is trusting that your gifts are enough, your preparation is sufficient, and your determination will carry you through. One of the greatest enemies of your potential is your history. Not because your past is necessarily bad, but because your past can become a prison that keeps you from stepping into your future. Too many people wake up every morning and immediately start replaying the failures of yesterday. They rehearse their mistakes. They relive their disappointments. They drag their past into their present and poison their future. You must understand this fundamental truth. Your past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. Your past is meant to teach you, not trap you. Your past is supposed to prepare you, not paralyze you. What happened yesterday, last week, last month, or last year does not have to determine what happens today or tomorrow. Maybe you made some bad decisions. Maybe you trusted the wrong people. Maybe you failed at something important. Maybe you hurt someone you care about. Maybe someone hurt you in ways that still ache. Maybe you grew up in circumstances that were less than ideal. Maybe you did not get the opportunities that others received. Here is what you need to know. None of that defines who you are becoming. None of that limits what you can achieve. None of that determines your destiny. Your past is not your prison unless you choose to make it one. When you declare, "My past does not define my future," you are breaking chains that have held you back. You are refusing to let your history write your destiny. You are choosing to see yourself not as a victim of your circumstances, but as a victor over your circumstances. This does not mean you ignore your past or pretend it never happened. It means you learn from it without being limited by it. It means you take the lessons without carrying the luggage. It means you extract the wisdom without embracing the wounds. Every great success story includes chapters of failure. Every inspiring biography contains pages of pain. Every testimony of triumph includes seasons of testing. The difference between those who rise above their past and those who remain trapped by it is not the absence of problems. The difference is the presence of perspective. Your future is not determined by where you came from. Your future is determined by where you are going. Your future is not controlled by what happened to you. Your future is controlled by what you do next. Your future is not limited by your mistakes. Your future is expanded by your mindset. This is perhaps the most revolutionary thought you can think. In a world that constantly tells you what you lack, what you need, what you are missing, this declaration is a radical act of self-belief. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right resources, the right connections, or the right circumstances before they take action toward their dreams. They say, "When I have more money, then I will start. When I have more time, then I will begin. When I have more experience, then I will try. When I have more support, then I will take the risk. When I feel more confident, then I will step forward." But this kind of thinking will keep you waiting forever. There will never be a perfect moment. There will never be ideal circumstances. There will never be a time when you have everything figured out and every detail planned. If you wait for perfect conditions, you will never start. The truth is, you already have what you need to begin. You may not have everything you need to finish, but you have what you need to start. You have a mind that can think, create, and solve problems. You have hands that can work, build, and serve. You have a voice that can speak, encourage, and inspire. You have experiences that can teach, guide, and help others. You have been equipped with everything necessary for your assignment on this earth. You did not come into this world empty-handed. You did not arrive without gifts. You did not show up without tools. You came loaded with potential. You came packed with possibilities. You came prepared with purpose. When you declare, I have everything I need inside me right now, you stop looking outside yourself for permission to succeed. You stop waiting for someone else to validate your dreams. You stop depending on external circumstances to determine your internal commitment. This declaration does not mean you will never need help from others. It does not mean you should never seek additional resources or knowledge. It does not mean you already know everything or can do everything alone. What it means is that you have enough to start. You have enough to take the first step. You have enough to begin the journey. Many people overestimate what they need and underestimate what they have. They focus on what is missing instead of maximizing what is present. They complain about what they lack instead of cultivating what they possess. They wait for more instead of working with what is available right now. The most successful people in history have been those who did much with little. They did not wait for ideal conditions. They created ideal results with imperfect circumstances. They did not have everything they wanted, but they used everything they had. Greatness is not an accident. Greatness is not a coincidence. Greatness is not reserved for a special class of people who were born with some magical advantage. Greatness is your birthright. Greatness is your inheritance. Greatness is your destiny. But here is what you must understand about greatness. It is not about fame, fortune, or recognition. Greatness is not measured by how many people know your name or how much money you make. Greatness is not determined by the size of your house, the brand of your car, or the number of your followers. True greatness is about maximizing your potential. True greatness is about using your gifts to make a positive impact. True greatness is about becoming the best version of yourself and helping others do the same. True greatness is about solving problems, meeting needs, and adding value to the world around you. You were not created to live a small life. You were not designed to play it safe. You were not meant to blend into the background or disappear into the crowd. You were made to stand out, to make a difference, to leave a mark on this world that will outlast your lifetime. When you declare, I am destined for greatness, you are not being boastful or arrogant. You are simply acknowledging the truth about your potential. You are recognizing the responsibility that comes with your gifts. You are accepting the call to excellence that lives within you. This declaration will change your standards. It will elevate your expectations. It will expand your vision of what is possible. When you know you are destined for greatness, you cannot settle for mediocrity. When you understand your capacity for excellence, you cannot accept average. When you realize your potential for impact, you cannot be content with insignificance. Greatness requires sacrifice. Greatness demands discipline. Greatness calls for consistency. Greatness insists on growth. Greatness will not be achieved by accident or luck. Greatness must be pursued with intention and intensity. But here is the beautiful truth. You already have greatness inside you. You do not need to create it or manufacture it. You do not need to borrow it from someone else or wait for it to arrive. You simply need to release it. You need to stop hiding it. You need to stop suppressing it. You need to stop making excuses for it. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Perfection is the killer of dreams. Perfection is the reason why so many talented people never start and why so many gifted individuals never finish. Perfectionism disguises itself as a high standard, but it is actually a sophisticated form of fear. When you demand perfection from yourself, you create an impossible standard that guarantees failure. When you wait for perfect conditions, you will wait forever. When you insist on perfect timing, you will never begin. When you require perfect understanding, you will remain paralyzed by analysis. Progress, on the other hand, is achievable. Progress is measurable. Progress is motivating. Progress builds momentum. Progress creates confidence. Progress leads to breakthrough. You do not need to be perfect to make progress. You do not need to have it all figured out to move forward. You do not need to eliminate every risk to take the next step. When you declare, "I choose progress over perfection," you give yourself permission to be human. You allow yourself to learn as you go. You accept that mistakes are part of the process. You understand that failure is feedback, not a verdict. This declaration frees you from the paralysis of perfectionism. It liberates you from the prison of unrealistic expectations. It releases you from the burden of never being good enough. It empowers you to take action despite your imperfections. The most successful people are not the most perfect people. They are the most persistent people. They are the ones who keep moving forward despite their flaws. They are the ones who continue to grow despite their mistakes. They are the ones who choose progress over perfection day after day, year after year. Perfect is not required for powerful. Perfect is not necessary for profitable. Perfect is not essential for effective. You can make a significant impact with an imperfect effort. You can achieve remarkable results with an imperfect plan. You can create extraordinary outcomes with an imperfect process. The goal is not to arrive at perfection. The goal is to make progress toward your potential. The objective is not to eliminate all mistakes. The objective is to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. The target is not flawless execution. The target is faithful consistency. Your life matters. Your contribution is needed. Your voice has value. Your presence makes a difference. You are not here by accident. You are not taking up space. You are not just consuming resources. You are here for a purpose. You have a role to play. You have a difference to make. Every single day presents you with opportunities to add value to someone's life. Every conversation you have is a chance to encourage, inspire, or help. Every task you complete is an opportunity to demonstrate excellence. Every challenge you face is a platform to display character. When you declare, "Today I will make a difference," you are shifting your focus from what you can get to what you can give. You are moving from being self-centered to being others-centered. You are transitioning from being a taker to being a contributor. You are evolving from being ordinary to being extraordinary. Making a difference does not require grand gestures or heroic acts. Making a difference can be as simple as a kind word to someone who is discouraged. Making a difference can be as basic as doing your job with excellence and integrity. Making a difference can be as straightforward as being fully present with your family and friends. But making a difference does require intentionality. It requires awareness. It requires a conscious decision to look for ways to add value. It requires a commitment to be part of the solution rather than part of the problem. It requires a willingness to step outside your comfort zone and step into your assignment. You have something that someone needs. You have an answer to someone's question. You have encouragement for someone's discouragement. You have hope for someone's despair. You have strength for someone's weakness. You have experience for someone's inexperience. The difference you make today may seem small, but its impact can be enormous. A smile to a stranger might be the only kindness they receive that day. A word of encouragement to a colleague might give them the confidence to pursue their dreams. An act of service might inspire others to serve. A demonstration of excellence might raise the standard for everyone around you. Your life is not just about you. Your success is not just for you. Your gifts are not just to benefit you. You are part of something bigger than yourself. You are connected to a larger story. You are involved in a greater purpose. The power of daily declaration. These 7 declarations are not magic formulas. They are not mystical incantations. They are not wishful thinking or positive psychology tricks. These declarations are weapons of transformation. They are tools of change. They are instruments of breakthrough. But they only work if you work them. They only have power if you speak them with conviction. They only create change if you repeat them with consistency. They only produce results if you believe them with your whole heart. Speaking these declarations once will not transform your life. Reading them occasionally will not revolutionize your thinking. Memorizing them perfectly will not guarantee your success. These declarations must become a daily discipline. They must become a morning ritual. They must become a non-negotiable part of your routine. Your brain is constantly being programmed. Every day, countless messages flood your mind through social media, news, conversations, and internal thoughts. Most of these messages are negative, limiting, and destructive. They tell you what you cannot do, what you do not have, and what you will never become. These 7 declarations are your counter-programming. They are your defense against negative programming. They are your daily dose of truth to combat the daily dose of lies. When you speak these words every morning, you are taking control of your mental diet. You are choosing what thoughts will dominate your mind. The people who achieve extraordinary results in life are not necessarily smarter, more talented, or more privileged than others. They are the ones who have learned to program their minds for success. They are the ones who have disciplined their thoughts to align with their dreams. They are the ones who speak life to themselves when the world speaks death. Practical steps for implementation. Here's how to make these declarations a transformative part of your life. First, write them down. Do not just read them from a screen or remember them in your head. Take the time to write each declaration in your own handwriting. There is something powerful about the physical act of writing that connects your brain, your heart, and your hand. Second, speak them out loud. Do not just think them silently or whisper them under your breath. Use your voice. Hear yourself saying these words. Let your ears hear your own declaration of truth. There is power in the spoken word. There is authority in verbal declaration. Third, speak them with emotion. Do not just recite them like a grocery list or repeat them like a robot. Put feeling behind your words. Let passion fuel your declarations. Allow conviction to strengthen your voice. Speak like you believe what you are saying, because you do believe it. Fourth, speak them consistently. Do not do this for a few days and then forget about it. Do not start strong and then fade away. Do not let busy mornings or difficult circumstances interrupt this practice. Make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Protect this time like you would protect anything else that is vital to your success. Fifth, speak them. Before you check your phone, before you look at social media, before you watch the news, and before you engage with the external world. Let these truths be the first words that enter your conscious mind each day. Let these declarations set the tone for everything that follows. You will face resistance to this practice. Your old way of thinking will fight against these new declarations. Your past programming will resist this new programming. Your inner critic will tell you that this is silly, pointless, or ineffective. Your logical mind will question whether words can really create change. This resistance is normal. This resistance is expected. This resistance is actually a sign that you are doing something significant. If these declarations did not have the power to transform your life, your old mindset would not fight so hard to prevent you from speaking them. Push through the resistance. Speak the words even when you do not feel like it. Declare the truth even when your emotions contradict it. Continue the practice even when your circumstances seem to mock it. Persistence in the face of resistance is what separates those who transform their lives from those who remain stuck. Some mornings you will wake up feeling discouraged, defeated, or depressed. These are the most important mornings to speak these declarations. Some days you will face setbacks, disappointments, or failures. These are the most critical days to remind yourself of who you are and what you are capable of achieving. Your feelings are not your facts. Your emotions are not your reality. Your circumstances are not your identity. Your current situation is not your final destination. When you speak these declarations consistently, you will begin to see changes in your thinking, your feeling, your acting, and your results. Change rarely happens overnight. Transformation is usually a process, not an event. The power of these declarations is not in speaking them once, but in speaking them consistently over time. Like compound interest in the financial world, compound declaration in the mental world creates exponential results. Each day that you speak these truths to yourself, you are making a deposit in your mental and emotional bank account. Each morning that you choose these declarations over destructive thoughts, you are building momentum toward breakthrough. Each time you repeat these words with conviction, you are strengthening the neural pathways in your brain that support success. After 30 days of consistent practice, you will notice subtle changes in your thinking. After 60 days, you will see changes in your behavior. After 90 days, you will experience changes in your results. After 1 year, you will be amazed at the person you have become and the life you have created. The key is to start today. The secret is to be consistent. The power is in the persistence. Do not wait for the perfect time to begin this practice. Do not postpone until you feel more motivated. Do not delay until your circumstances improve. Start right where you are with what you have right now. Your transformation begins with your declaration. Your breakthrough starts with your belief. Your success is initiated by your speech. The words you speak to yourself in the quiet moments of the morning will echo throughout your entire day and ultimately throughout your entire life. You have a choice every morning. You can wake up and immediately surrender your mind to whatever random thoughts show up, or you can take control of your mental programming with intentional declarations. You can start your day with doubt, fear, and limitation, or you can begin with faith, courage, and possibility. These 7 declarations are your daily dose of truth. They are your morning medicine for a sick mindset. They are your verbal vitamins for a healthy perspective. They are your spoken supplements for a strong spirit. Take them every morning without fail and watch as your life transforms from the inside out. Remember, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Choose faith over fear. Your past does not define your future. You have everything you need inside you right now. You are destined for greatness. Choose progress over perfection. Today you will make a difference. Speak these words. Believe these truths. Live this reality. Your greatest days are not behind you. Your best moments are not in your past. Your most significant achievements are not in your history. They are in your future. And they begin with what you speak to yourself when you wake up tomorrow morning. The mirror is waiting for you. The day is waiting for you. Your destiny is waiting for you. Speak life to yourself and watch as life speaks back to you in ways you never thought possible.